Good morning everybody. So today we're going to be doing the Total Fit class. Just before you start, just letting you know this is a recording. Please get your equipment ready in this time. So bands, dumbbells, whatever you usually use for the resistance, as well as a chair. And also, it's not needed if you don't have one, that's okay. If you have a ball or a tennis ball, just a small bouncy ball, even a handball, maybe the grandkids brought that over to use for today's session, so just for the balance part. But like I said, if you don't have one, don't stress, you don't need to use it if you don't have one, that is fine. So as per usual, I'm going to take you through a quick 5-minute warm-up to start with. So if you need to go and grab your equipment, just pause this video now and then get yourself sorted. But for those of us who are ready to go, I'd like you to have a nice big space around you, and we're just going to go feet hip distance, turn the toes out slightly into our normal squats, all the way down, all the way back up. So we're just going to get muscles all nice and warm before we start. Good, so we're going to do 10 squats. 5 more. Good. 1 more. Good. I want you to take your legs out nice and wide now into those side lunges. So turn the toes out slightly, bring the knee down, nice long leg on the other side. Good. So just take it down where you feel comfortable. Push your bum back and all the way back up to the top. Good. All right, while we're here, I want you to bring your arms up nice and tall. We're going to lift up into like a diamond shape with our hands like this, if my hands are cutting off. And we're going to bring biceps to ear, lifting up towards the ceiling. Nice little stretch. Good, and then you're just going to come down, squat down, bring the arms back up again, reaching high, and then moving with it. 1 more. So nice big sumo squats. All right. I'm going to get you to have feet hip distance. We're going to kick one leg out. If you need a chair for a bit of support, that's why you've got it next to you. Little ankle rolls we're going to do at the front. Just making sure that we go both directions. Good. We're going to bring the feet back together. I want you to place your hands on your thighs, a little knee rolls that we're going to be doing. So just making sure, again, we're going both directions when we do the rolling. Good, back up to the top, switching legs, so other leg comes out in front, ankle rolling here. Again, we can swap directions when we're ready. Good. Alright, so while we're here as well, I'm going to get you through some hip circles as well. So just on the leg that we were on, just make it easier. Chair is there for a bit of support. Come out to a 45-degree angle in front of you. And we're just going to make tiny, tiny circles going forwards. Just lift your leg a little bit off the floor. It doesn't need to be too high for these. You can even just scrape the floor as you come around, and then back the other direction, so going backwards. Imagining we're making those circles with our hips. Good, so make it easier. Just come onto the other side, so just work with the outside leg. It's a lot easier to get those full circles in. Again, you come out to that 45-degree angle with the other, 45-degree angle with the other leg, tiny circles coming forwards. And then we can take it backwards. Beautiful. We're going to stand up nice and tall, feet hip distance, nice soft knees. We're swinging through with our arms, palms facing the floor to start with. So cross over at the front, swing back. And then when you're ready, I want you to bring the arms back to the front, palms are up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to open up through the chest. Just moving those hand positions. Good. All right, we can drop the arms beside us. After this one, nice big arm circles coming forwards. Nice and slow. And then we can take it backwards. want you to drop those arms, and then we're going into our shoulder rolls, coming forwards nice and slow. Good. Backwards. All right, so we're gonna start into exercises. So balance, we're gonna start with, then we're gonna do resistance cardio mixed together, and then we'll finish with Pilates and a nice stretch and cool down at the end. So to get yourself sorted, what I want you to do, turn your chair as so, as I've got the back of the chair and I'm standing side onto that back of the chair. This is what we're gonna use for a little bit of support if we need it. In saying that, the chair's there, you don't have to use it if you feel comfortable, if you're going to challenge yourself a little bit. So what I want you to do, nice flat surface below you, so feet hip distance apart. I'm going to chuck on a timer actually, just so that I can kind of follow a little bit of a time with you guys so that you get the most out of this. So to start off with, we're going to be doing nice and simple. Feet are hip distance. You're going to bring one foot up into this bent knee position. Toes are up towards the ceiling. Slight bend in this standing leg, you're going to come out into a T. So this is what I want you to hold. Variation of that is you're just going to bring that leg back. Make sure that the knees don't come forward with the leg that you've got off the ground. But we're going to try this knee to the front, holding that there. Thinking about our standing leg and our 3 points of contact, so big toe, pinky and heel like a triangle, really stuck into the ground. Slight bend of our knee, quarters are switched on, keeping that T position with our arms. Just going to turn the volume. So keep that going, 45 more seconds on that same leg. Just, I muted the TV, so just change that, sorry. Keep that going. So we're just going to breathe here. So again, if the leg gets too much at the front, I'm happy for you to move between the back position and the front. Good. So we're trying to keep a nice long torso, long spine, open chest, core switched on, slight bend of the knee. 10 seconds left on this side. Breathing, trying to really focus on that standing leg, so really keeping our balance onto the floor. Beautiful, I think we're 15-second little rest, so reset yourself. So again, we're gonna come to the other side now, so other leg is lifting off of the ground. Feet at hip distance to start with. Again, if you wanted to start with that knee up to the front and move, that's okay, but when you're ready, we're gonna really try and keep this knee up as high as we can go, trying to aim for hip height. You can still see your toes at the front if you're in this position too. But like I said, if you would like to, different variation is to the back. We're just gonna try and make sure this leg that's up, the knee doesn't come forward. So we're either in line or behind. Holding that. Trying to keep that triangle, so the 3 points on the ground of your standing foot, locked onto the ground. So really trying to keep this standing, focus on the standing leg as we are in this position. Like I said, if you want to switch, if you start at the front and you want to switch back to the back. Real control, so breathing through it, trying to focus on something in front of you as well to keep your balance. That normally helps. I'm trying to keep those hips nice and straight too. Good, keep that there. Almost there. Can't see the timer, but we'll just wait for the buzzer. So keep going, breathing through it. Good, so this is tough. This is a 1.5 minute hold, so this is a long time. But if you can hold this, I'm really, for the whole time, I'm really impressed. So roll those shoulders, that T position is giving me a little bit of a tough time on the shoulders. So the next one we're going to do, what have I got here? So, if you've got that tennis ball handy, we're going to go back to the leg that we started on. I'm going to get you to bring that leg back up off the ground, so not to the front anymore, we're going to come back. what I'm going to get you to do, I don't know how this is going to go on my carpet, on my mat, but I want you to bring your hand out to a T with the leg that you're standing on, so same leg as in that T, so you just don't off your balance a little bit. Once you've got your stance right, we're going to bounce the tennis ball on the ground, try and catch it with our dominant hand. So that'll make a difference as well. I don't think my tennis ball's got enough. And then Marnie's here. No. Make sure all puppies are away when this. I didn't even think about that. Oh, if you lose your balance a little bit, just stand nice and tall. Try and get that foot position right again. Make sure this knee's not coming forward as well. No money. Very playful at this time as well. And this is torture for her. Good, so we're still trying to keep this leg. If you want to move between, have a little bit of a break, I don't mind. Hands on hips. Take your time, reset. Try that tennis ball. Bounce and catch again. 10 more seconds. Whoa. Lost it. Reset 15 seconds. So all we're going to do is that same thing, but on the other side. So this is where it gets a bit more trickier, because this is the hand I'm not dominant with. This is my left hand. I don't know how this is going to go, but if you can get that stance right first, back, legs lifting to the back, make sure the knees are either in line or just a little bit behind. And then when you're ready, you can keep that T if you'd like. Bouncing and catch. So a little bit of hand-eye coordination too. Another variation of this, I'm not sure if you would want to do this at home, but is anyone that went to the face-to-face classes, I used to get you to do this on a wall. So bouncing the tennis ball against the wall instead of the ground too. So that's a different variation. That's if you have carpeted floor. Find it a little bit hard to do this. And again, if you don't have a tennis ball, all I want you to do is just stand in this position. That's all I'm trying to get you to achieve. The ball's just a little bit more of a challenge, a little bit of fun for you guys. I'm gonna have to let Marnie have this ball after I'm done. Good. So focusing on that standing leg, grounding the foot, slight bend in that knee. Don't lock that standing knee out. So again, you can bring that arm down if that T is too much. Last 10 seconds. This is a lot for me. My balance needs a lot of work. All right, relax the legs. Let's shake those legs out. Roll those ankles. It's a lot of footwork that we just did, even in that simple movement. So both ankles. Yeah. All right, so that's our balance done. That was just just under 7 minute little balance circuit. So now we're gonna get into the fun stuff. We're gonna do resistance cardio. So just make sure that you've got your chair ready to go. So we're gonna do a majority, I think, I put on the chair. We're gonna be seated. And then the cardio, obviously, I'm gonna get you. Oh no, it's with the chair as well. It's a simple sit to stand, arms overhead. So let me get this set up. Grab a drink of water. You give me 2 seconds and I will be ready to go. So just get your bands and your dumbbells all ready close beside you. So the first round is going to be 1 minute on, 1 minute off. When I say off, in that 1 minute off, we're going to be doing cardio. So we're going to be working the whole time. Take your time, take your breaks when you need to. It's not a race, no one's around you. Just have a breather, get through each exercise, try and focus on really good technique with the resistance. Alright, just make sure what I'm doing first. So dumbbells to start off first. So grab your dumbbells, take a seat at the edge of your chair. 10 seconds to start. Good. So what we're going to do, one arm at a time. If you've got two, you can as well. I'm going to just get you to have the dumbbell like I have, nice bend in your elbow. We're going to bend up to the top, so shoulder height, and then we're going to chest press out. Bend the elbow back in. So a little bit of coordination, but we're going to keep that elbow nice and bent as we come in, and then all we're doing is coming up and extending out into a chest press, back down. Good. Let's keep that going. We're going to switch sides, so same thing, nice bend in your elbow. A little bit of a chicken wing, bird arm up to the top, whatever you want to call it. Chest press out, elbows come back in. Good, so elbow in, elbow out. Chest press. Keep going, last 10 seconds. Good. Alright, so you can pop that dumbbell down, nice quick rounds. Sit to stand, I want your arms up into this V position overhead. Push up through your heels, and you're trying to get a little bit of pace here. If the arms are too much, just bring them down, that's okay. So this will be our cardio movement for this whole session. So this goes for a little bit. It's about 23 minutes in total, I think. First round, so it's a lot, it's quite a bit, so take your time. Almost there. Ten seconds. So straight into the next one, I want you to stand up nice and tall. Find a little bit of spot, take yourself nice and wide with your stance, turn the toes out. You've got a little mini squat. So what I mean by this, if I turn to the side, you're not coming all the way down. I want you to just come a little bit halfway, back up again. So not all the way. Mini squats. Get that nice wide stance over with your feet. Turn on your glutes, so really squeeze at the top and squeeze at that bottom level as well. Nice and activated through the bum. 20 seconds. Little minis. Almost there. So we're going to go straight into those sit to stands again. So find your chair. So when it turns red, that clock, that's when we're going to be doing sit to stand. So another variation is you can just have the arms up like this too. So I want you to try that V. If that's too much, just come to here. Pushing up through your heels or hands on the hips. Burn a little bit after those little mini squats. Good. So making sure you're not plonking yourself down, or nice and controlled as you sit. Doing really well, almost there. 15 seconds. Have your rest when you need to. If you want to just sit here for a second, have a breather, that's okay too. Alright, I want you to grab your band. Any band. Underneath the feet it goes. Nice and quickly. Bring the hands together at the middle. Elbows come up and you're going to lift up into an upright row. So you might need to find your hand positioning. You can do these with the dumbbells as well. Nice and long with the arms, sorry. Elbows come up. Make sure they're above the hands. So you've got your feet on the bands at the bottom. to keep the band nice and stable. Try and stay nice and tall through your spine. Open chest. Nice long arms at the bottom. Lifting up. 13 seconds. Good. So I'm going to give you a rest after this. So number 6, station 6, I've actually put down a rest. So try and go all the way. One more. Beautiful. Release that band. Have a little sit if you want. You can have a little walk on the spot. I'm going to give you a rest for this minute. Grab a drink of water. So this is halfway. So I like to keep my legs moving just so my muscles are still all warm. I'm not giving them a moment to tense up and relax. So we're still trying to bring some movement into the rest. So 30 more seconds. Again, grab your drink. Have a bit of a breather. Alright. So, when you're ready, let's get yourself set up. So, sitting at the edge of your chair, so right at the edge, nice long spine, open chest, feet flat on the ground. Feet are hip distance apart. Knees are apart as well. What I want you to do, we're going to lift one knee up towards the ceiling, back down again. Try and stay still nice and tall, so don't let yourself, as you lift that knee up, move backwards or forwards. I just want those hips to be doing the work. So we're going to lift the knees up towards the ceiling, and you're going to press those heels back down into the ground as you bring the foot back down. Again, your toes have to be flexed too, so toes up towards the ceiling as well. So kind of like a seated march, that's what we're doing here. So our hip flexors are doing the work right now. Good, keep going, 15 seconds. Keep these knees apart, don't let them come together. Good, doing so well, almost there. Alright, stay seated and we're going to stand up nice and tall, sit back down. Bring those arms up to here if you can, holding the arms at the front. Remembering, don't plonk yourself down, nice and controlled on the sit. Back up again. And breathing through it, almost there. Keep going. 17 seconds. Pushing up through the heels as you stand up. Sit back down. Good, doing well. All right, next one, I want you to grab your dumbbell. Again, single arm movements. What I'm going to get you to do, we're going to place the palm with the dumbbell in it to the front. Elbows are up nice and high. Now, if this is too much for anybody, we can go into just an extension at the back like this. For anyone that wants to try, that's okay. So we're just going to come up, push that dumbbell up towards the ceiling. Good. So palm is forward, elbow is up nice and high. All right, we're just going to switch there. So take your time. So we're going to bring that palm facing the front with the dumbbell in hand. Elbow up towards the ceiling, extending up. So keep the dumbbell in front of you. So don't come out here. Nice and in front, up towards the ceiling, back down again. And breathing. All right, back to our sit to stands. I know it's getting harder as we progress, and you're almost there, pushing up through your heels, nice and controlled on the way down. Good. almost there. So breathing through it. Remember, you can take a rest, have a sit for a second, breathe through it. And then if you'd like, get back into it or have a complete rest until we're on to the next resistance. Good, keep going. All right, we are going into bicep curls. So I'd like to get your band underneath the foot, as so. And we're going to bring our bands to our side, bringing the hands up towards our shoulders, back down. You can see how my elbows are nice and close to my sides. I got a nice open chest and my shoulders are away from my ears. Just keep that going. Good. Beautiful. So I think I made a mistake with the round, so I've only got one more left. I think I doubled up by accident. So got one more cardio after this to finish it off, and then I'm going to change the timing. So nice quick round to finish. Good. So only one more sit to stand. Up to the top, back down. Good. Pushing up through the heels. This is the last one. If you want, you can bring that V position. If you want to challenge a little bit at the end, or to this shoulder height with the arms. Good, almost there. 30 seconds. So this is it, this is the last one. Don't worry about that round timer on the screen. I'm going to give you a complete rest for a couple of minutes after this. Good, almost there, 8 seconds. All right, have a rest there. So I'll turn that off so we don't get confused. Little walk on the spot, grab a drink of water. I'm going to go 2 minutes of rest from here, so take your time. I'll just set up this next one. All right, have a little bit of a breather. Almost, I'll give you another 30 seconds of rest. Just grab my drink bottle. All right, guys, one more quick round. So I've actually decided I'm going to change this again because I feel like being nice. All right, we're not going to do the cardio. That was a lot of cardio in that part. So no more sit to stands, just the resistance side of things. I want you to get really perfect. So I'm going to give you 45 seconds to just purely do the resistance. So we've finished with the cardio. So it will be the same exercises. Nice quick round, under 5 minutes that we're going to do this for. All right, so get your dumbbells all ready to go take a seat. Yeah, 10-second little transition. I lied, it's 5 minutes and a half. So, dumbbells ready, starting in 10 seconds. So, back to single arm with the dumbbell. We're going to have our elbow nice and bent, dumbbell to the front. We're going to bend up into that chicken arm, chicken wing situation, and then chest pressing to the front, back down again. So just staying on this one arm to start with, nice and controlled. So we're lifting in and out, then push out. Good. Beautiful, let's switch sides now. So other side, bend in that elbow, dumbbell is right beside us at the front, and then we're gonna push out. So come in, out with the elbow, and push out nice and long, all the way to the end. Good, almost there. So again, no cardio. You've got 10 seconds, we're gonna stand up. Nice big wide stance. I'm turning to the side so that you can see my range. Turn the toes out. We're going to go into these little mini squats. So mini squat down, all the way back up to the top again. So the difference is a nice big squat is really low. I'm just going to get you to do that little half squat. Trying to squeeze the bum the whole time. Good, almost there. Good, take your time. Almost there. All right, have a rest there, 10 seconds. We're going to get our bands. Take a seat. Bands under the feet, have two at the side, and we're going to bring the bands through the middle. Upright row, so arms are in front, elbows are nice and high as you lift up. So nice and long towards the bottom, lifting up nice and high into those bird wings, as I like to call them, and keeping the hands underneath the elbows as you lift. Try and stay nice and tall through your spine. Only thing moving is these arms. 8 seconds. All right, stay seated. So we're gonna stay seated. Bring our feet hip distance, nice flat feet on the ground. Knees are apart. We're going into those hip flexor lifts. So it's where we bring the knee up. Toes are up towards the ceiling, and we're going to alternate. So we're lifting from the hips. Stay nice and tall. Don't let your torso move. So it's in this nice strong position. Open chest. Just these legs are moving. So like a seated march, as I explained before. Don't let those knees come together. Good, you're doing really well. Almost there. Good. 10 seconds. Beautiful. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell. Get yourself all ready. So with this one, can be a little bit confusing as I'm explaining it. So just bring the palm to the front. Naturally, your elbow is going to come up towards the ceiling. Keep that dumbbell in front of you. And we're extending up towards the ceiling, back down. So just on one side. Again, if this is too much, you're just going to turn and extend on the side with one arm. Good. 2 more on this side, and then we're going to switch. So other one, palm to the front, elbows up nice and high. Good, almost there. All the way to the end on this side. Last 10. Good. Beautiful, one more. So we're going to grab that band underneath the foot. Bring it to the side, and we're going to bicep curl. Last one. Keeping those elbows nice and close to your side. Good, doing well. then extend out nice and long at the bottom. Bring those arms up towards the shoulders. Good. Keep going. This is the last one. So take your time if you need to have a rest. Do so. We all do it. That's fine. Try and get straight back into it though. Try and compete with that timer. So going all the way to the end. Good. Doing really well. 3 seconds. Not long. All the way. All right. Let's roll the shoulders while we're here. I'm going to roll those shoulders. Come backwards. Then we're going to swing the arms to the front. Good. So what I would like you to do, so I've got my mat on the ground. If you need to go and get your mat, you can pause this video and grab it. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning, I'm so sorry. So place your mat on the ground, or if you've got carpet and you're all ready to go, that's okay too. Have a lie down, get yourself ready for Pilates. So I'm just gonna do a quick little segment with you for Pilates, stretch, meditation, and we're done. So we can pop this chair out of the way now. Just make sure. Beautiful, okay. All right, popping down, so if you got a band, have it nice and close to you. So we're gonna not use it for now, but just for later on. We're gonna just lay down. I'm just gonna take you through those nice knee rocks. Just release that lower back out a little bit before we start. So you're just rocking the knees side to side. If you're still taking your time to get down to the floor, that's okay. When you're there, laying on your back. Okay, we're gonna hold to one side and then switch. Alright, so you can have this pillow underneath. I don't actually like the pillow, but I just put it there so that you guys can see that you are more than welcome to use it if you would like. So get yourself nice and flat onto the mat. I want you to imagine that you're tilting your pelvis forward, your belly button is coming through towards your spine down to the mat, nice flat back on the mat. We're going to brace these ribs down, so if you can't remember or you're new to this and you're unsure what it means when I say brace the ribs, I want you to place your hands on just the lower half of your ribs here. I want you to have a little bit of a cough, so, and that feeling of your ribs kind of expanding down is what I mean by bracing. So we're going to try and hold that position as we bring our belly button in towards our spine, brace the ribs down, pelvic tilt. So all I want you to do to start off with is, as per usual, we're going to do a tiny, tiny pelvic tilt where you're going to lift those hips up a little bit off of the ground, tilting the pelvis. So we're just kind of imprinting into the mat, getting our pelvic floor all warmed up, ready to go. So we're going to practice every time you do the little lift and then back to neutral. We're going to have those nice braced ribs. Bring that belly button in towards your spine. Keep the shoulders on the ground as well, so no lifting through your shoulders. Nice flat feet. Take your time. It's good to inhale at neutral and then exhale as you tilt. So it's a tiny, tiny movement. Really effective though. If we're doing it correctly, you'll feel it. Beautiful. What I want you to do is relax there. So I'm going to get you to either interlock your hands, I love these, behind your head or to your side. I want you to bring your feet together, soles of the feet together, and slowly just drop the knees outside into this diamond position. So what I want you to do can still have this nice flat back. So how you're going to achieve that is you're going to tilt that pelvis, keep the pelvis tilted, brace the ribs down, belly button to spine, nice flat back, switched on core. So that's what I want. Keep the upper legs nice and relaxed. So try and relax as best as possible through the glutes. So you're just tilting the pelvis. You're not squeezing the glutes in order to do that. that. So you're just tilting that pelvis, relaxing the leg muscles. All right, so what I'm gonna get you to do, nice little easy movement. I'm gonna bring the hand underneath my head and we're gonna look up towards the ceiling, little tiny chin tuck, and we're gonna lift those shoulder blades off of the ground into a crunch, back down again. Exhale out on the way up, inhale at the bottom. Try and maintain that nice flat back. Looking up towards the ceiling. We're only doing 10. And 2 more. Focus on that breath with the movement. And relax at the bottom. Alright, so you can bring the legs back in, we can relax a little bit, rock those knees if you need to. We're going to do a couple of dead bug variations. So what a dead bug is, if we haven't done them before, is first things first. So like I said before, keep that nice flat back. So I've spoken to you about that tilt of the pelvis, switching on our core, bracing those ribs. I'm going to get you to bring yourself up to tabletop position. So there's 2 different variations of this. You can do one single leg, I'll do this side so you can see. Tabletop position, the other foot is on the ground. I might start with that actually, so it's a lot easier for you to progress. We're going to switch on that core, nice flat back. I'm going to get you to bring your hands up to chest height. All I'm going to get you to do, same side, so keep this tabletop position on this leg. I'm just going to get you to, first of all, bring the arms down and that one leg, touch the toes on the ground, arms up behind us, and then bring them back up. So always bring the hands up to about chest height. So we're just going to stay on this one side, toe touch down, arms come down. Control it back up. Imagine on the shin of this tabletop leg, you've got a glass of wine, maybe your favorite dinner plate. You do not want to drop the glass of wine or the dinner plate. You're going to keep that nice straight tabletop position. So just continue that while maintaining that nice back position, nice flat back position, switching on the core. We've got 2 more on this side. 1 more. Beautiful, bring that leg down, arms come down for a little bit of relax. Same thing on the other side, arms do the same thing, it's the other leg now that we're working though. Switch on that core, pelvic tilt, nice flat back. We're going to touch the toe down, arms come behind, back to the top. Good, keep that going. And exhale as we lower, inhale to the top. Exhale, lower, inhale to the top. 5 more. 3. 1 more. Beautiful, relax at the bottom. So what I'm going to get you to do now is we're going to bring both the legs up into tabletop position. So this is the next step. If you want to stay at that single leg with 1 foot down, that's okay. But we're going to keep these legs up. Arms come up into that position. But now what we're going to do, toe touches down, opposite arm to opposite leg comes down. Back up to the top. So you're no longer doing the double arm back. You're doing single leg, single arm. But we're toe touching, making sure that our core switched on, nice flat back. We're going to exhale on the way down. Inhale, bring yourself back up. One more, both sides. Beautiful, relax there. We're going to do 1 more of those, so the single arm. So just rock those knees side to side. Beautiful, keep that going. Alright, so 1 more of those so you've got it nice and right. So you can still be staying at those single leg drops as well with 1 foot down. don't need to progress if you don't want to. That's why I have the different progressions that I show you. So again, when you're ready, bringing those legs up to tabletop, both legs if you can. Arms up, nice flat back on the mat, switch that core on, opposite arm to opposite leg. Toe touch down. Exhale on the way down, inhale back up to the top. Good, doing so well. Focus on that breath with the movement. One more, both sides. Last one. Beautiful, relax down. Let's do some hugging knee rocks. I want you to just rock side to side, hug those knees up towards your chest. Good, last one. We're here. I want you to grab your band. So, this is the fun one. So if you wanted to stay without the band, continue doing those toe touches, continue doing your singles, that's okay. Doing the same movements, we're just progressing, but you don't have to, don't feel pressured. So I'm gonna get you to have this band up with a little bit of resistance in front of your chest. I'm gonna get you to bring those legs up to tabletop position. So set yourself first, so it's a nice set of the core, nice flat back. What I'm going to get you to do is we're going to do those single ones, but as we come back, we're going to pull the band for a bit of resistance back up to the top. Relax the band at the top. So pulling down with the band, touch the floor with the toes, back up to the top. So same movement, but you're going to pull that band down behind your head. Good, one more on both sides of the feet. Good, relaxing there. Side to side knee rock. So we're going to do that one more time, just so you got that technique right. So as we come down with the arms, I really want you to pull that band for a bit of resistance. All the way down, all the way back up, relax at the top. So that's what this band is doing. Coming up to tabletop, we're only doing 5. So, pulling the band down, one foot comes down, back up, relax at the top. Nice and slow. Sorry, we're doing 6 because we've got double. Good, one more both sides. Alright, relaxing there, that's it. So, we're just going to do our side to side knee rocks, holding at both sides. Good, let's go into a nice stretch. So we can pop that pillow underneath the head if you want to now. So we are all done. So, nice little stretch and meditation and we are done. Simple, simple movement. I love this one. So we're going to come knee to chest. It's so easy. And you can have that other leg either bent or nice and long. So it's the most simplest way to get a really good stretch. These little core leg movements that I like to do a lot. Alright, so we're going to cross our leg over that we've got, that we had up to our chest, and we're just going to rock down to that side. So rocking down. Oh, I'm so tired today. Good, back up to the top, so you can try and get nice and low if you want. We're going to bring this knee up towards our opposite shoulder, a little bit more of a stretch here. Beautiful, then we're going to push away, glute stretch. And then we can drop that foot, we can bring it up, same leg nice and long, grabbing just below the knee behind the leg. Bring your toes down towards your nose, holding this here for a second, trying to keep the hips on the ground. You can start your ankle rolls there at the top if you'd like. Make sure you go both directions. Good, dropping down. Off to the other side, so knee to chest. shoulders on the ground as well. Beautiful, we can bring that back up. Bringing this knee to the opposite shoulder, off to the opposite shoulder, a bit more of a stretch to the glutes. Up through the back of the leg and the hamstrings. Good, you're gonna drop that leg, then bring it up nice and long, grabbing just below the knee behind the leg. Drop those toes down towards your nose. When you're ready, you can start your ankle rolls. Just making sure we go both directions. Good, all right. Extend out nice and long. We're going to bring the arms up into an abdominal extension. Keep the shoulders and the hips on the ground. Trying to lift for something above our heads. Point the toes. Good. A couple of arm stretches. Nice and long shoulder stretch across the body. And then just swapping side nice and long with the other arm. Holding there. Good, all right. So what I would like you to do, you can stay laying. We're gonna have a little meditation. You're more than welcome to sit up if you'd like, but I thought if you lay down, get nice and comfortable, we're just gonna put on some really nice music and then we will go through a meditation. So just when you're there, you can start your nice deep breathing, close your eyes down. And I'll get this sorted. Just make sure you guys are still with me as well. So just closing the eyes down, taking some nice deep breaths. So we're going to go in through the nose for 4 counts. Nice long inhale in your own head, just counting 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just go through these breaths, take your time, slowing the mind down. Just bringing our attention back to our breath. Trying to eliminate all the thoughts around you, in your head, external noises, and just focusing on the breath. I want you to imagine a place that you wish you could be at right now. It could be the beach, maybe on an island, maybe the complete opposite, a cabin in the forest, maybe up in the mountains. Just imagine a place that brings you calm and serenity. Continue your breathing, and I want you to imagine what this place looks like. I want you to notice 3 things that stand out to you in this image in your head. So at the beach, it could be the white sand, crystal blue ocean, maybe some shells. As you imagine, I want you to go deeper into your thoughts. Now I want you to feel the textures. Maybe your bare foot on the beach or in a rock pool, and how these certain feelings, maybe the cold water on your skin or the sun on your skin, is making you feel in this moment. Continue your thoughts deeper, and I want you to notice 3 sounds that you can imagine in this image. Ocean waves, leaves in the wind, birds chirping. It could be anything. I want you to notice how this place makes you feel, and take notice of these things that first come into your head as I'm going through this meditation. I want you to take yourself deeply into this image and into the sounds and into the feeling of this place. And I just want you to continue your breaths for a moment, imagining that you are there, experiencing it in the moment. Take your time in these last few moments to grasp this image and take it with you for the rest of your day. And I want you, every time, every moment that you feel anxious today, maybe a little bit stressed in the time that we are in, coming into a busy time of year, I want you to take a moment to go through your breaths, count your breaths in, and imagine this place. Have a few more breaths here, and when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the room. So that is us done for Total Fit today. So I'm so sorry I couldn't have been there with you live, but please leave me a comment and let me know how you went today. And have a really beautiful day. I'm sure it's going to be, even though this is the day before, it's going to be a beautiful day. Go out, enjoy the sun, and yeah, have a really good day. So I will see you on Thursday for Strength Fit, and enjoy. Thank you guys. See you.